Yo, hi and welcome back to the Lakeith channel. I'm your host, Lakeith, and in today's video I'm going to be going over the processes of how I made or remade Chopper in Blender and in 3D. So says the title. You might be wondering why I decided to make Chopper of all characters. Chopper is literally like one of my favorite characters in One Piece. I think he might be my favorite character in One Piece. So it's Chopper and Zoro, whatever. So I decided to make Chopper, and also let's not negate the fact that Chopper is like the easiest character to make in 3D. I mean, a few months ago, I decided to rewatch One Piece like from the first episode, and by a few months ago I mean like maybe 2024, late 2024. So I started watching like One Piece from episode 1. It's a task, trust me. The pacing is so shit. There were a lot of times I wanted to just myself, and I'm like, bro, just get it over with, bro. Like, it's right there. It felt like watching the Flash series, like when he lets the bad guys go so that the episode is longer or something.
Snart is gonna shoot these two people. Look at them. They're not that close to him. But before Snart even pulls the trigger, Barry runs right past him to push them out of the way.
You could have just made this thing 30 minutes long, you know that, right?
Okay, first of all, why would you beat up these men and make your presence known, which now puts you and Ronnie in danger, instead of just running straight through this alley and taking Ronnie with you? Second of all, these are trained military soldiers with assault rifles, and Barry can knock all of them down without a problem. As he should, because he has super speed, but now that makes the scene where he can't even take down these two clowns even more pathetic. Third of all, why the fuck does he stop after that? Run away with Ronnie. He even sees the mean army guy pull out this cube and toss it in the air, and he just fucking stares at it. He even cowers in fear when he sees it deploy these needles, instead of, oh, I don't know, running away with Ronnie?
Nobody forced you to make it 40 minutes long, bruh, like...
How many times are you gonna go through this, Snark, until the best man wins? Drop the gun! What the fuck? Why do you have to threaten her life? You just ran up to her while she was holding the gold gun and successfully restrained her. Why can't you do the same thing with Snark, you dumbass? No. No. He just lets them go. Look at him, look at his fucking face. He's acting like if there's absolutely nothing he can do about this. Somebody please fucking shoot me. End my suffering, please!
Anyway, so I started watching One Piece about a few months ago, and right now I am by like the Foxy Pirates arc, one of the worst arcs ever. But the style there is just like, the art style is just going up. Like after Skypiea, like the style and the graphics, they just level up. Anyway, yeah, so this is kind of what inspired me to do this. And about a few minutes ago, I was just printing away at my laptop, and I realized they showcased Chopper, for the trailers and stuff. So I decided, why not release this video a few months before, I don't know when they're releasing One Piece Season 2. So I was like, let me just release this video, showcase Chopper, and then I'm gonna seem like a genius to the internet. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Personally, though, I wasn't a huge fan of the live action, mainly because the fight scenes were so ass, especially the ones with Luffy in them. Like those were kind of crap, bro. Like, It kind of felt like watching the old One Piece, like, you know, the old One Piece, like the old episodes, like when everything is just like bang, and it's like screenshots on your face, like on the TV screen, and it's like they're not really animating anything, you know? Did you see how Luffy defeated Captain Kuro? Like that dude was badass, bro. Like, even in the old One Piece, that dude was very badass. But did you see how they defeated him in the live action? That was so pathetic, bruh. Okay, enough of the rant. Hey man, I'm not a One Piece hater. Don't kill me. Don't shoot me. Anyway, let's just jump into today's video. So before I started making Chopper, the first thing I did was I went to Pinterest and I got a few like reference sheets for like like the front, the back, and the side view, so it would be easy to model. I wouldn't suggest, like, I'm never gonna do this ever again. Okay, I might do it in the future, but for my current style that I use, I don't think I will ever use it again. I don't think I'll ever use it again because it kind of restricts my creative juices from flowing, because I just kind of freestyle things from, like, if I could just be watching the image and then I just remake it. But because I was using these reference sheets, it kind of forced me to kind of follow, guidelines, and I do not like that. Like, if you've seen my art style, which you haven't probably, the reason why you should follow the boy. Okay, if you've seen my art style, you probably know that I really do not like guidelines and stuff. I just do things unconventionally. I do things very unconventionally. So yeah, I don't suggest doing that. So we're gonna hop off into Blender and I'm just gonna show you like a little bits of time lapse of the creative processes of making Chopper. So basically I'm gonna be starting off with the head of Chopper. Because yeah, why not? I'm going to be starting off with the head. I'm just going to be pushing and pulling the edges, the vertices, the faces into place until I get the shape of the head. And then when I'm done with the head, I will move on to the body, Chopper's little body. I'm going to move on to Chopper's body. And then I'm going to push and pull on the Blender cube. And sorry, for those of you who might not know this or who might not see it from the video, I'm using the subdivision modifier. So I put it on 2. I think. I usually, because I'm making a low poly model, so I don't know, it doesn't have to be like high resolution and stuff. So I put it on 2. I put it on the Blender cube and I put it on 2, and then that's how these roundy shapes kind of come out. So after I'm done with with the body, I am gonna move on to the pants. The pants, I think those were the hardest thing to make for me. Okay, that wasn't the hardest part, but like they were part of what was hard, because I always struggle making pants, especially if you're gonna use the mirror modifier, which I'm gonna use at some point in time. So when I'm done with the pants, I think I left the pants here. I left the pants and I moved on to the hands because I was like, I'm not gonna let that stop me. So for the hands, I used a cylinder and I reduced the amount of where is it? I use a cylinder and I reduce the amount of vertices. I usually use 6 or 8, but for this model I'm gonna use 6. So it's not like high poly, it's not too, And then I'm gonna use a mirror modifier, so, I'm just gonna order one side. And then, after the hands, we are gonna move on to I think the hands, before I continue, the hands were they were fun to do, but they were also a bit, but they were fun to do. I think that the hardest thing for me was the feet, because I wanted to use the Blender cube, but I also ended up using a cylinder, so as you're gonna see in this video. So what was kind of hard about the hands was I had to split you know how Chopper has like hooves and stuff, like it's not like fingers or whatever. Yeah, I should have just made them like into one thing and put details during texturing, but I didn't because I'm a fucking idiot. So I ended up deleting faces and edges and stuff and trying to accommodate for the hooves and stuff. That was a mistake. I don't suggest doing this. By the way, this was just me trying to see if I still have like my Blender skills, because it has been a while. It had been a while. It has been a while. Currently, as I'm making this video on the, what day is it today? On the 14th of March. I'm making this video on the 14th of March, and currently I haven't opened Blender since I made this video, which was like, when was this? The 20th of Feb. No, what? When was this? 2025. Oh, the 18th of January. I made this video on the 18th of January, a few days before my birthday. Not like any of you know or care. But anyway, this video overall took about 3 hours. No, not the video. Making Chopper took about 3 hours because I would stop and then I would do something else at times. But yeah, so after I made the arms, I moved on to making the little feet. The feet were hard, bro. Like I literally had to pull and push vertices to try and shape everything accordingly because I was using references and stuff. And I moved on to the antlers after I was done with the hooves and with the feet. The antlers were fun. They were fun to make because I just made a shape and I duplicated it, and then I kind of rotated the things so they could fit, you know. But otherwise, that was it. And then I moved on to the hat, which was a big mistake as well because I should have started with the hat and the head and then moved on downwards. But like, I did everything in reverse. Maybe, I don't know. But the hat was so fun to make. The hat was my favorite part because it was so easy. So the hat, I just used a cylinder, and then I just, you know, I just shaped it accordingly. The hat was so fun to make, bro. Like I think that was my favorite part to make, the hat. And after I started just pushing and pulling things together so that they made sense, and then I moved on to the nose, which I used a Blender cube, and then I subdivided it, and then I shaped it accordingly. And then I think I moved on to the eyes, and then I did the same thing. I used the Blender cube, and did I use the Blender cube? I'm not sure. Let me check. Yes, I did use a Blender cube, I think. Not sure. Yes, I used the Blender cube, and then I shaped the eyes and I put them in place. And then afterwards, I had a model and I was done. And then I moved on to the texturing. The texturing it's kind of easy because I wasn't like doing my usual stylized texturing that I usually do. I usually use a stylized style, but here I didn't have my drawing tablet around, so I just like added colors to the model. Like literally I didn't do anything complicated. So at some point I was just fixing the model, making sure that everything is in place and stuff, and then making sure the vertices. And I don't know what happened, the pants had like thousands of vertices on them, and now I'm so confused because I don't know what happened, because they weren't supposed to be like that. As I mentioned before, it was a low poly model, so it's not supposed to look like that. But at this point I was literally like almost done in adding color, and now I noticed that the pants are not right. Even the feet and the feet and the eyes, they had like high poly counts. They had high vertices on them, which was supposed to not be the case. So I don't know what happened there. So I added color here and there, and then I added the X. Here what I did, it was kind of funny. I put in a text object and I typed X, and then I converted it into a mesh, and then I just started pulling and pushing, and yeah, this is so unconventional, bro. Like, I don't suggest you do this. And then I moved on to the lights and the lighting and the camera work and how the camera was supposed to do the thing and stuff. And I have this other Blender project that I did a while ago, and yeah, it was for Skitty, for a competition that I joined. Draw this in your own style, but I did it in 3D for this competition. I won 3rd place in that competition. I think I'm gonna make a video of how I made Skitty somewhere here. So yeah, I made a grass plane. So I just keep reusing the same asset. I just keep appending it and I add it into new projects. It's fairly easy. It's very nice to do. It's very fun. So I just added it into this project and made chopper stand there, and I played with the lights. I'm not really a lighting expert. I'm not an expert in any of this. So that's what I did, and I went into the compositing tab, and I always like to add a pixelated node, a pixelated node. Here, it's like a stylized way of making everything look pixelated, or make it look like a PS graphic or whatever. I just like doing it ever since I saw it from Lord Stingray. I didn't see it from Lord Stingray. I did see it from Lord Stingray. Those were the first videos I saw, like that stylized look. So yeah, I tend to do that. I always go in the compositing tab, use the pixel node. So basically the setup is you put a pixel node and you put 2 scale nodes. One you set it up as 0.2, and the other one you put it at 5. So I don't know the mathematics of it, but like that's what I saw in a YouTube tutorial, and that's what I use. So if you want a screenshot, I'm just gonna add a screenshot on the screen, and just, if you've never seen this before, you can just use the screenshot. And I'm just gonna add the screenshot into the Discord. So if you want like to use that, you can just come to the Discord. I don't know if I should make a Patreon yet, like for free, obviously, and just add everything onto Patreon, like the full versions of this video, like from scratch, like no time lapses and stuff, but like the full video. You know what I mean? But anyway, so basically that's how I modeled Chopper, and then for the outline, I usually use the grease pencil. It's very simple. And I also use the grease pencil for the eyes, the pupils, and the outline. The outline, I just go to the grease pencil and I select the outline and I select the model of the collection, and then I assign the grease pencil to the model, and then that's the outline. And bada bing, bada boom, that's it. Anyway, this has been it from me. I don't know if this is what you're expecting. If that's not what you're expecting, I'm sorry. YouTube is as a deception game. We deceive here. I'm joking. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna be releasing a second video on this video of how I go about rigging the character and animating the character. Animation is not really. I have tips and tricks that I usually use to make animation very simple for myself. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please do like and subscribe. Show this video with your friend. And very soon I'm gonna be making a webtoon. Hopefully this year. I've been promising a webtoon. Hopefully this year. And please do check out this t-shirt that I made. I still haven't released the video. I'm so sorry. I still haven't released the video for this t-shirt of how I drew everything, like how I made everything, how I designed everything. It's gonna be on this channel very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye. Oh wait, I'm saying bye without showing you the final result of the animation and stuff. Okay, here's the final thing, and bye-bye.